Welcome, friends. My name is Silas Ollegario, and I'm the host of Think Onward, a podcast about books, studies, productivity, and lifestyle. Now, after the intro. Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Silas. I just said in the intro. The intro was recorded like 8 months ago. So it feels like I have to say it again. My name is Silas. Welcome to Think Onward. I'm your host. Second week, which I've been recording this podcast just as long as I've been videoing this podcast, because I decided, because I already post on my YouTube channel, so I might as well just record it officially instead of just having the picture there of the podcast cover. So yes, again, welcome. You're so welcome here. Thank you for listening. I don't know what you're doing, if you're doing the dishes, if you're working out, running the treadmill, or just looking up, sitting in your couch, or like me, I'm here in the middle of my kitchen, which I love. I've been in love with this kitchen because ever since we renovated our home, this wall is just with burnt cement. I don't know. Now you can see, right? If you catch this on YouTube, you can see the burnt cement behind me, so which is very great. And today, I want to talk to you. Well, before I say what I'm going to talk about, I would like to apologize. As you guys know, if you follow my YouTube channel, Silas Ollegario, I haven't been in the perfect health for this past 1 week now, since last Wednesday. I was sneezing, running nose, this kind of, oh my God, I hate this noise. I cannot fix this noise. Anyway, sorry. You're going to hear this small noise of cable or microphone. I don't know what's happening. So I really apologize for that. I promise I will fix this, but not today. The thing is that I've been feeling this very symptoms like this flu symptoms. It was the flu. No COVID for me, no COVID for my wife. So we are 100% happy with this result, because if it was COVID, probably I would be more, a little bit more edgy, a little bit more, anxious, and maybe, oh my God, what's going to happen, But we've been vaccinated, at least with the first dose. As I said, like 2 or 3 episodes ago, when I explained about the vaccines and what's happening and etc. And I also, because of the symptoms, because of this way I've been feeling, I've been coughing a lot. Normally I don't edit this podcast. I just record it and that's it. But I don't think you deserve to be very happy at home or doing whatever you're doing, and all of a sudden someone cough in your ear, because sometimes I cannot control it, especially when I talk. And I'm going to be here talking for over 20 minutes. See, Exhibit A. So I have my water here. And excuse me. So my voice is not 100%, my throat is not 100%, but I feel good enough. I feel well enough that I can record this podcast, record this video for you, because I love this audience and I love what I'm doing, and I'm having a good time. This podcast and this YouTube videos, they have been helping me coping with so many things. It's a very nice distraction to have. And anyway, today I want to talk about something that I've been willing to talk for quite some time, which and I believe I'm going to try to do this more often, because I've seen so many people doing this. And I want to have, like, not reviews, because I normally have the book review with the book suggestion on my YouTube channel already, but I want to have like TV reviews and suggestions, because I know so many people who follow us, they don't actually enjoy watching. They don't enjoy actually reading books as much as I do, as much as we do. I expect to have like some people who enjoy the books videos and podcasts and etc. But the reality is that most people enjoy watching TV, going to the movies, and just catching Netflix or HBO Max and what else, Disney Plus, this kind of stuff. We have Amazon Prime, and for that reason, I decided that I would be talking about four of my favorites for now. Okay, why do I say for now? Because well, if you know me for quite some time, you know that I love some TV series, like the basic ones for someone my age. I'm 32 years old, so Friends is pretty much part of my life, part of the way I learn English. But it's so obvious to talk about Friends, and maybe today my absolutely favorite TV series is The Big Bang Theory, which I'm also not going to talk about today because I already use it a lot in examples and etc., especially for people who I work with. So I'm going to talk about other two things. First, I'm going to start with movies, two movies, and then two different TV series. They're not exactly new TV series, but they are TV series. They are still running. So I'm not going to talk about an old TV series, okay? But about the movies, yes. One movie is still new. The other movie is from 1990. I'm not sure if it's from 1990, 1989, something like this, but it's a very old, you can say it's old movie, right? It's older than me. No, it's not older than me, but it's almost as old as I am. And I'm going to start with this one. And the reason I'm going to start with this one is because my wife had never seen this movie, and last week we watched it together. She absolutely loved it because the story is great, the lines are great, and have so many very remarkable lines in this movie. No, a movie that has no mistake. It was when the movie has Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson in it. And if by the name the actors already know which movie I'm talking about, yes, I'm talking about A Few Good Men. This story is so nice. It's not gonna be a review. It's just gonna be me talking about some things about this movies and TV series, okay? So A Few Good Men, 1999, probably. Demi Moore, Tom Cruise, Jack Nicholson. What happened is something happened in Guantanamo, in the military base, American military base in Guantanamo, Cuba, and it was allegedly a crime. A soldier got killed by two other soldiers, actually a corporal and a soldier and a private, probably first class, PFC. And now the Marines are under investigation by the Navy. So Tom Cruise and Demi Moore, they are lawyers from the Navy, and they are representing these soldiers who have been accused of killing this other guy. The guy's dead, and that's it. But now the entire movie, we kind of have to see Tom Cruise dealing with the fact that he doesn't want to be there because he likes being a lawyer, but he doesn't like court. He doesn't like, especially court-martial. And he doesn't enjoy the fact that he may need to represent in front of the jury, and he doesn't like to argue about stuff. And creating arguments is one of the most difficult things for a lawyer in terms of the court system and how it works. And so they have to go through this kind of stuff to see if it's okay to represent them in case of they have a chance of winning. On the other side, we have the Marines actually blaming these guys for the death of this other Marine. And the general of this base in Guantanamo is Jack Nicholson, which is a great actor. I think he's one of my favorites, not because of his acting, his performance itself, but because he's so characteristic. And I don't know, those stupid, I don't know if they still have it today, but years ago on Facebook, like 10 years ago, Facebook used to have this, which celebrity are you, in terms of personality. And I took this test, and 3 times that I took the test, it got to me Jack Nicholson. Oh my God. So if I was an actor, as a person, I'll be Jack Nicholson, which is weird. But I love him. And he's on the other side. He's a general of a Marine, colonel, I think. I don't remember exactly. The thing is, one of the most famous lines in the movies is when this colonel Jack Nicholson is standing there, in court, and Tom Cruise is asking him questions because he's a lawyer, and they start arguing, raising their voices. Okay, what do you want from me? I want the truth. And then Jack Nicholson, you can't handle the truth, man. If you love movies, this scene makes it causes me goosebumps just to remember it. So it's a very great book. Great book again. I'm sorry. So you should see this, Ray. Now it's a very great movie, and you should definitely see it. You can probably see it on Net Now or Netflix or Amazon Prime, whatever it is that you watch your movies from. You probably have this one available. Yeah. So this is the first movie. Now the second movie I'm going to talk about is a newer movie, Black Widow. Black Widow is a Disney movie. Has been very much out there because so many things happen because of this movie. Because it's Scarlett Johansson, the actress who plays Black Widow in the Marvel universe, Marvel Cinematic Universe (MCU). She's been suing Disney because there were problems with her contract in terms of agreement. Because the movie was supposed to start only in the movies, but then Disney decided to start in the movies, but also on Disney Plus. And there's been everybody knows this was a mistake from Disney because she's probably winning, or she probably already won because the rights, and now all the Disney already decided to go back and put these new movies in the movies first, and then on Disney Plus, the streaming. But this movie, Black Widow, and if you've been following the Marvel Cinematic Universe since 2008 with Iron Man, so it's been 13 years. Oh yeah, it's been a long time. 2007, if you consider the Hulk, but officially was not part of this universe. I'm sorry, part of this universe, but not the same studios were involved. The Black Widow, the last movie, Avengers Endgame. No, Endgame or Ultimatum? Yes, I think it's Endgame. Tony Stark and I say Scarlett Johansson, but Natasha Romanoff, they both sacrificed themselves, their lives for the win, during the movie, in the middle of the movie, throughout the movie. Barton and Natasha, they were fighting to decide who was going to give their lives up for the rest of the universe. In this fight, she ended up misleading Barton, and she died. She killed herself so he could get one of the Infinity Stones. And in the end, everybody knows I'm Iron Man. He snaps his fingers, and he ends up, and everything's back to normal, but he dies. So the story of Black Widow is before this movie of the Avengers. It is actually after the second Avengers movie, which is Age of Ultron. And it is after that one. Also, I think it's exactly after Civil War, which is the Captain America movie, where Captain America... I'm sorry again about the noise. Which is Captain America fighting against Tony Stark because they both disagree on something that is very important. And you got the movie, and this movie, Black Widow, talks about this Red Room where she actually received her training, and because she was a Russian spy, she was trained to kill, to be an assassin, and to use her body, and to use sex, and to use everything on her disposal to kill people. And that's what she got her reputation, then eventually got into the eyes of S.H.I.E.L.D. and became part of S.H.I.E.L.D. And this thing is still going on, as she finds out. And now her sister, which is not her real sister by blood, but it's the sister who she grew up with, is also a Black Widow. And they don't say Black Widow. She's also a widow. And now the job they have for the movie is that they want to dismantle this organization, this kind of stuff, because it's an absurd. And the guy's not only using the training, he's actually manipulating and controlling the girls' brains to make them not have an option to do something. And the movie is full of action. The story is great, and you're gonna love it. It's in Disney Plus. I don't know if it's still if it's available for everyone right now, because Disney Plus, again, before this problem they had, you had to actually pay to see extra movies, and pay a lot of money, like 70 reais, which it will be like almost, I don't know, $10 extra, so just to watch a movie that is in the movies. But we did, and we watched it, my wife and I, which is great. Okay, so these are my suggestions. You should definitely watch both of these. A Few Good Men, with Tom Cruise, Jack Nicholson, Demi Moore, and Black Widow on Disney Plus with Scarlett Johansson. And I really don't remember the name of the other actors. Famous actors, but I don't know their names. So, yeah, that's kind of the idea of both movies. So now let's go to the TV series. Again, I apologize for this cough all the time. So I cough, then drink water, which is helpful, I heard. TV series. Again, Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Chicago PD. I'm sorry, I didn't say the names before. Now it was a spoiler, but now it's all there. Yes, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is a comedy TV series. And, well, it's about to release its final season, which is season 8. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is a comedy series. Andy Samberg, Melissa Fumero, Andre Braugher, Terry Crews, the actors. It's so funny. It's so freaking funny. And it's stupid funny. You know, I like comedies that are... the one reason I like watching comedies on TV, TV series, comedy TV series, is because it's short. And the fact they are short, you can, like, in 20 minutes you finish an episode. So if you have 1 hour to watch TV and you want to watch, you can watch like 3 episodes, and they are all connected somehow. The idea of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, they are part of the police. They are detectives in a precinct in Brooklyn, the 99 district of Brooklyn. And they have this thing. They have in the first episode of season 1, new captain, Captain Holt. Hilarious, very serious man. And then a sergeant, Terry Jeffers, which is Terry Crews, the actor. And then he's gonna talk about every detective they have in this precinct. And the main character, which is Andy Samberg, is the best detective there. However, he's the most childish. But he's not the only one who is childish. Everybody is. They have games, and they have Jimmy Jabs, and they have Halloween heists. And I say heists, I mean inside of the precinct, playing with each other, they decide to steal something. And these are probably the best episodes they have throughout the series. I've just finished watching season 7. Again, that's why I'm talking about this TV series today. And it's so funny, and it's so great, and it's so relaxing watching this kind of stuff, because they have this kind of romance, and this kind of jokes, and this kind of Brooklyn Nine-Nine is because it's a very new TV series. It's dealing with issues, and it's trying to, because eventually it's going to grow old, like Friends has. And some people argue that Friends has not grown old very nicely, because some issues Friends, for example, Friends has been fighting against critics because they have a very homogeneous cast of all white people. They don't have diversity there in the show. Brooklyn Nine-Nine doesn't have this problem because actually in a very small cast you have like 2 black guys, 2 Latinas, and they talk about homosexuality. They talk about this women doing stuff, being great at their job, and not needing to give up on their profession and their careers because they want to have a family. It is showing to, it's already is a very nice TV series, but it's probably gonna be out there for quite some time due to the fact that it's dealing with this kind of issues. So much better than, for example, Friends deal back in the 90s and the beginning of 2000s. So you should definitely watch. You can catch Brooklyn Nine-Nine on Netflix, this I know. Season 7 is not already available, not yet available on Netflix, at least not in Brazil. And season 8 is going to be on TV. In Brazil, you can catch this on the Warner Channel. So yeah, it's going to be great. And now the last thing I want to talk about is one thing that I got hooked like 2 weeks ago. Chicago PD. Chicago PD, and again, it's about police and about this kind of stuff. But you might think that I love this kind of TV series and kind of movies, and I like action movies and I like this police stuff. I have nothing to do with police. My family, there are no militaries in my family. My dad went to he served about like 35 years ago, so I wasn't even alive, and so I've never been to military academy or something like that. But I do enjoy this kind of movies, and maybe one of the things that I like a lot about this is because I don't know how much is real, how much is not. I know this TV series tends to be very fake, so no very too much, but I don't care. I enjoy for the fun. I watch for the fun, and I watch because I want to be entertained. And this is not a comedy one. In Brazil, we catch this on Universal Channel. Brooklyn Nine-Nine was Warner Channel, and now Universal Channel. Chicago PD. Chicago PD. This studio, Universal. I think it's Universal studio. They have like this franchise. They call the Chicago franchise because they have Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, and Chicago PD. 3 different TV series which are connected because they are in the same city. So it's very normal to see small cameos of actors from Chicago Fire who are already in the building putting the fire down when they see a body who was like shot. So they call the Chicago PD, and now we see the actors both the interactions and this kind of stuff. And when when a cop gets shot, they goes to the hospital, and doctors from Chicago Med do this kind of stuff. I fell in love with the city of Chicago. I've never been there, but I fell in love with the city of Chicago back in the 90s when I was a child. Yes, in the 90s I was a child. But in the beginning of 2000s, basically, because I used to watch my favorite TV series ever, the TV series that made me want to be a doctor, ER. Supposedly, they're in Chicago, Chicago County Hospital, which is a fake hospital. It doesn't exist. But ever since then, because I love winter, I love being in cold places, and Chicago is a very windy city, as the nickname says. And now this franchise is in Chicago. And this specifically, again, I'm sorry about the noise, this is specifically Chicago PD. They are detectives from a very specific intelligence group. So they go undercover, and the sergeant, who's the leader of this task force, excuse me, Hank Voight. He's got a voice like this. And Rebecca, my wife, doesn't like his voice, and I like it's one of the best characters of the show. And he has a very different way of doing stuff. So we go through the TV series, the entire season 1, and I'm not gonna say if he is or he's not, but we go through the entire season 1, not knowing if he's a dirty cop, which might be very weird because why would you chill for a dirty cop? He gets the job done, but that does not justify he's being a dirty cop or not. The thing is that we go through, and people from the intelligence they don't know for sure if the guy is a dirty cop or not. He's so good at his job, and he's so serious about everything he does and every decision he makes for the squad. And they go deep, and they don't care about the bad guys. Basically, he doesn't care about the rights of people. Once they prove the guy was wrong, they have these places where they kind of torture the guys. And this is not a spoiler, but this happens a lot. And so throughout this stuff, we don't see, because we see him with bad guys and not arresting, and then see with rapists and then arrest the guys and will kills the guy. So we don't know if he's a dirty cop or if he's just a bad-tempered one. But what we do know is that the TV series is so engaging, and so every every episode something happens, something big and something very nicely, and gets hooked for the next episode, which I definitely think you should watch. And it's currently now, I think people are waiting for season 8, at least in Brazil. I don't know if season 8 has been released in America. I think season 8 has been delayed due to COVID last year. So you have until season 7 available. So it's probably go for another 6 or 7 seasons at least, because the show is just really good. And let me see. Yeah, one of the things that people like about the show is because they have, at least in the first seasons, I know she doesn't stay for the 7 seasons. This I already know. So it's a spoiler for you already. Sophia Bush. Sophia Bush was a teenager character in One Tree Hill, a TV series from the 90s. And people in the 30s probably watched this TV series. So it's kind of reminiscing to watch a TV series when you see her being a cop. And again, Chicago PD, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, A Few Good Men, and Black Widow. These are my suggestions. I think if you start one of those, if you watch these movies this next weekend, and if you start one of those TV series, you're probably going to get hooked. Okay? Give it, like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, 3 episodes a chance, because every pilot episode is difficult especially for comedy TV series, but it's funny already. Funny nonetheless. And that's it, OC. Oh my God, 26 minutes. I've been going through my time that I like. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, if you are new here to the channel, remember to subscribe. If you don't follow me also on the podcast, go there to the podcast and subscribe. And I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good weekend, whatever it is that you're doing. And yeah, that's it. See you.